I know the frequency is not in use. This is K4PEW. Not even going to ask. My name is Paul, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. Control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? None heard. If there was, call 911. Can't do that. Tell us. We give us your address, your location, and then we'll call it for you. And we'll stand. Net may be broken at any time for traffic that I've never heard from before. For information, Net, you can see us right now on YouTube. You can at least see the screen on my radio. You can go to YouTube, put in my call, K4PEW, right in the search block, and that will come up. If you want further information, you can go to our that's a drink. You can go to our regular website, 146415.net, 146415.net. Just like the frequency without the decimal, well, there's a decimal, it moves over to the end. It's .net, 146415. Or you can go to our groups.io page, which is groups, and many of you belong to groups already, GROUPS.io, and do MJSS for Mount Juliet Simplex Society. Or you can email me at k4pew@arrl.net. That shouldn't be too hard. The net normally meets at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. And we do it on this frequency, 146.415 FM. And we also do 10 meters nets, which we're doing tonight following the 2 meter net. And of course, that's one of the things we do. That's it. There's others. We do things on Saturdays as well. There's lots of activity on. Yeah, I should say. Lots of freaking, a lot of activity on this net as well over the last 7 years and 2 months. This is net number, by the way, 747, starting from the east. Just so those are keeping track. Purpose of it is to have fun, figure out what we can hear, what we can't hear, why we're doing crappy, and how we can do better. Sometimes that takes money and patience, because if you don't have the money, you need the patience. And live with the fact that you can't hear everybody. There's lots of people I can't hear. It's just that those because I'm in the middle of the circle, I can hear lots of people. If you started a net over in Ashland City, or you started a net in, 35, 40 miles south of here, you'd hear a lot of people I couldn't hear. Anyway, as far as fun, we invite everyone to use the net for activities, announcements, etc. The announcements are, tonight is the 2 meter net, and then the 10 meter upper sideband on 28.415. And then we move on. Tomorrow night, there is a couple of nets. One is the Simplex Net. There's two Simplex Net, actually. And if you're assigned to the list, you will see them. One is the Bowling Green Net, and the other one is the one that's done from north. I can't think of the name of the city right now, the town. Anyway, it's done up north, farther north than me. Those are, I don't have those written down. Well, the Bowling Green one I do, it's 146.430, and that's at 7:30 p.m. on Thursdays and Tuesdays. So if you can get your signal up to Bowling Green, he should be able to hear you. Portland, that's where he is. There's Portland, and I don't have the frequency in front of me. Somebody might know that. Tell me later, because I don't have it right there. And then, of course, Saturday, we've got our normal nets, and Saturday morning is the breakfast. We don't care about Thanksgiving. Yes, we care a lot. We have much to be thankful for. We really do. We've had the last 2 years have been kind of off, but stay optimistic. It's all good. We have a lot of fun on the air. Ham radio is full of optimistic people who like to have fun and to associate with other people. So we have much to be thankful for. That's tomorrow and Friday. Hopefully you have the day off, which I'm fortunate. My XYL has tomorrow and the Dick's day off. But Saturday morning, we'll have a breakfast. It won't be turkey and dressing. It'll be whatever you choose to eat over at Courtney's in Mount Juliet. That's at 8 a.m. or thereabout. I don't have any formalities. Just make sure to bring your tuxedo. Anybody else have any other announcements except for the Sunday net? We have one on Wednesday night. We have another one Sunday night, 7:30 p.m. on Sunday night. That's on the same frequency, 28.415. done ably by Michael KM4YRF, and he's in northeast, just a couple of miles, 5 miles northeast of Nashville. If you're pointing the beam somewhere. Does anybody have any other announcements?
Comment.
What do you want? Wait, my word.
I think the frequency you're thinking about in Portland is 147.
You're right. I just didn't want to guess because I'm sure I was going to get it wrong. 147.555 Thursday nights. Thursday evenings at 7:30. That's correct, 7:30. And got some pretty good signals from up there. It's going to be a little tough if you're south of where I am in Mount Juliet. A little tougher, but because he's in Portland, and he doesn't have an antenna like mine, so it is a little tougher for him. But anyway, he does a good job. It's a nice new net. I happen to think that we spawned a great deal of interest in Middle Tennessee, and that's we've had people in several states actually hook on to our link to see what we're doing on the groups.io site, Florida and Iowa and a couple other places I'd have to look. Oh yeah, Georgia, etc. So it's kind of interesting to see that other people have used us as kind of a. Hopefully they didn't use our format because I don't think it's that great. But if they can get on the air, we're in good shape. By the way, one of the questions I want to ask tonight is just a very quick question for those who yes or no. Is I'm trying to figure out how many people have DMR. I want to hear how many people have DMR radios, have that capability in their shop. Not that want it, but have it. Anyway, any other announcement or corrections? All righty. Again, starting from the east, but we're going to be taking people short on time first. Please come now.
KM4YRF.
Use that silly family excuse again.
Oh yeah, that's the only one I can think of right off the top of my head.
Used to have a coach in high school. He got so sick of people who come in with a doctor's note that they couldn't participate in PE or gym. We used to call it gym. You know what I'm talking about? Oh yeah, he loudly proclaimed, "I'm sick and tired of people coming in here from a note from their doctor. They got a wart on their, ASSS or ASS." It was hilarious.
Well, no warts for me.
Anyway, I don't know. It's only 55 years ago. You think I forget things like that, but those are the funny things. Anyway, good to have you in there, Michael. Everything going well?
Everything is going well.
Fantastic. So you're not at home tonight?
No, but I will be. I will be probably Friday.
Okay, very good. We're kicking you off the 10-meter net. You can do yours on Sunday by yourself.
Okay, and I do not have a DMR capability.
Okay, very good, very good. I'm not asking if you want them. I just want to see how many there are. I'm intrigued by that. Who else? Very good. That's Michael. Kilo Mike 4. Yeah.
I am on the HT.
Oh man, the HT sounds great.
Okay.
I mean, you're almost 40 over. That's hard to believe it. So you're pointing in my direction, are you, Michael?
I am.
Cool. All right, very good. That was Michael KM4YRF on a super strong HT. Who else is short on time?
KB9RKK.
Oh man, say it ain't so.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm leaving for Florida really early.
Oh, that's right. You're going down to your mother's, aren't you?
Yeah. Yep.
Where? Is that Newport Richie? I forget.
Yeah, but by Port Richie. Yeah, it's actually near Hudson.
Oh yeah, that's almost outside the state.
Yeah. If you go a little bit further north, and there's Wiki Wachi or whatever you call it.
Oh yeah, Wekiwachi Springs, sure. Remember, I lived in that whole West Coast there for almost 37 years, so I'm very familiar with the trailer park heritage up there in Port Richie, Newport Richie, etc.
Yeah. No, it's just they're in a subdivision, but yeah, you get further north about an hour, and that's what you got.
There are a lot of them in Port Richie and Newport Richie, but they're not right on the highways. You don't really see them. It's not like they're big eyes. There's a lot of nice adult living communities in that area.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're also. You'll probably know this for a little.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I hope she's well, and I hope you have a nice trip and be safe.
So thank you very much. And as far as DMR, I don't have it in the shack, but I do have an HT, an anytone DMR.
Is it 2 meter or dual band?
It is dual band.
Cool. I made the mistake of buying one from a buddy of mine. It's a 70 centimeter, and it's not a whole lot of use.
No, I know. Well, that was early. You were an early adopter. Yeah, no, I waited until, they became a little bit more popular. Now there's a bunch of repeaters with the hotspot. Not that I use a whole lot of it, but it's a nice HD regardless.
Which one do you have? The Anytone?
The 878, the 878 with the GPS, and it's not the newest version. There's a new version that just came out a few months ago, but it's going prior to that.
Well, I guess my question is, I wanted to ask some people who are more familiar than I were. Are those code plugs interchangeable on different models of radio?
No, not normally, but they're very easy, and there's software now that converts it fairly easy. And to me, DMR was easier to figure out than D-Star. I know that sounds crazy, but it's reality.
No, I got the impression D-Star was kind of hard.
Yeah, they've done some changes to it. Mine's all screwed up right now, so I still can't really use it because of the whole DMR thing. I found a lot easier to register for, to get set up for, and to, as far as the cold plug, it can be as simple as you want it to. Basically it's just the software that programs your radio. I mean, that's all it is. If you want to have just one frequency there, because you're only going to talk on one repeater, that's all you need, or one talk group. I made the mistake of having like 4,000 of them. Yeah, not a good idea. In fact, I got to redo my.
Bit off more than you can chew.
You got it. Because now you're like, oh man, I got to scroll through all of these. And if you don't, now if you know the number, you can just punch it in. But if you try to memorize that many numbers, you can't. At least I can't.
No, you almost have to be a constant. You have to hook it up to your PC or something to be graphically interfaced. No, that's interesting. No, the reason I say that is I have toyed with the idea. I saw one from a Linko that was on mobile for a mobile radio, and I said, that looks like a nice one.
Yes, that is a very nice one. And it's very similar. Operates very similar to the Anytone. Probably made by the same people, who knows? But yeah, it's very similar, slightly different. And then there's a couple other ones, but this gentleman, I forget his name, he made a code plug translator basically so you could copy from one brand to the other. So that way, if you have like a group or guys or somebody they want to have all the same stuff, they can copy off each other. Cool.
Well, thanks for that information. That was Frank, and he's short on time. Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo, and have a great trip. Say hello to your mom for us. It's always great to spend time with your family, and appreciate your mom while you got her. I know I tried to.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Yep. Yeah, mom and dad they're still both around for now. So hopefully we got them for a little bit longer. Thanks again, and everyone be safe if you travel. KB9 or kick in.
Just a word to myself. I don't really want to spend any long time with older Italians.
Hey,
No, you know. No, you know. I think you know what I'm saying. They're good people. Don't get me wrong. In fact, I can't tell you how many people I knew growing up that were Italian. I love them. Anyway, who else is short on time? Please come in.
N4 MPV.
Hey, how you doing, Terry?
I'm doing better, Paul. I'm doing pretty good, and my wife is doing better now. Hadn't had much talk lately. Hadn't even been on the radio much, and I'm off today and everything. And thought I'd try to catch you on the before I got tired and went to bed. But I don't feel like standing for the whole thing. I don't think. But I did want to let you know my wife's doing much better, and I appreciate all the prayers and stuff and concern for the other hams here and in the group and everything. And some of them probably even out of the group. Anyway, they're all appreciated. Hope everybody else is doing good, and glad to be able to check in for you tonight, and look forward to doing more Saturday night. And hope everybody's doing well and has a great Thanksgiving and a safe one. KN4MPV, back to you, Paul.
But she's home and just undergoing some form of treatment at this point.
Yeah, she's doctor, and she's had some trouble with the lungs since the COVID, recovering without breathing the oxygen. But she's now got to where she is able to sit around without it and do a little small, as long as she takes it easy. At first, she kind of had to have it if she was doing much of anything, walking or anything, even in the house. If she was sitting, she was okay, and now she's able to even walk around and do a few things without it, as long as it's not real strenuous. And so she's improving, hopefully, to get plumb off of it, hopefully.
Yeah, that's not the first I've heard of having, extended lung difficulties after having COVID, but it really hit some people really hard.
Yeah, it did. And I mean, it could have even been worse than what it was with her. But she got it way worse than I did, because I came home with oxygen, but I actually didn't use it. I did it for a few days there, and then I just kind of was able to cope without it and keep my oxygen level up pretty good. But it didn't work that way for her. So, but it's been about since she had it now, coming up on her somewhere right around there, a little over. So she's I guess she's probably luckier than a lot of them, but she's improving and gets plumb off of it. That's what our goal is, and get back to normal functioning with the lungs there. I do appreciate everybody's concern and prayers.
All right, Terry, good to have you in there, and I'm glad she's better, and I'm glad you're better. That was Terry in Murfreesboro, Kilo November 4, Mike, Papa Victor. A great signal, by the way. Who else is short on time? Do we have any first-time check-ins? All right, then. We're starting from the east. Please go now.
WA4ZHI, James and Mount Juliet.
Sorry, Richard, you lost again.
Hello, Richard.
How you doing? How you doing, James?
Doing fine.
Everything going well?
And I do not have DMR.
Lots of people don't. I just want to try to find the people how many did have it. That's no big deal. I don't have it either. Well, I've got it on that 70 centimeter, but never used it for DMR. I've used it for 70 centimeter things because it's dual band. I mean, it's dual mode, but yeah, I haven't used it for DMR. Let's go. So, you doing anything special for Thanksgiving?
Not that I know of.
Well, it's better that way. Nice home gathering at home with the family. Good gathering at the home with the family. I'm not sure I got you there.
Yeah, we can't get together with some of the family, so we're going to just do it alone.
I got you. Now I'm with you on that one. I don't have any family here besides my wife, so, and all the rest of my family is either in New York or Florida, so I'm kind of stuck in the middle here. Anyway, good to have you in there, James, and I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. That was Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel India here in Mount Juliet. Who else is from the south? South, yes. No, from the east. Excuse me, from the east.
I'm confused.
East. Is that you, Richard?
Good evening, Paul. KI4SIP, KI4SOR. Good evening to you.
Is one of those HTs, the 25 you have, a DMR?
I do. I've got a TYT 7800, I think, and I could be wrong. I've got it partially programmed, nothing like I want it to be. I first started thinking in terms of it being my primary carrier handheld, because it is dual band, it is analog and DMR, and all the good stuff. But my programming capability of that thing is just, I know I've got a friend that's been tutoring me on it, but he ain't tutoring me enough just yet, and he's been busy, and I have too. So it's still in limbo, but it is programmed up to a point.
Did you say that's a handheld or a mobile unit?
It's a handheld.
Okay, yeah, because I looked at that one. There's one DMR that was 200. I'm gonna say 250, 300, and the one I was looking at was I think 400. It's a lump. It's a big lump.
Well, this handheld didn't cost, but might have $100, give or take $10, $15.
Oh no, I get it. I'm not. But see, at a handheld, it's hard to participate in the net. That's all.
Oh yeah, you've either got to have a hotspot or be that close to the repeater site, and at the moment I don't have either. I can hit Franklin Road from here, in which we've got a DMR repeater up there. You're that close to it, by the way. But I can history that still hadn't been done. You know, I'm the king of procrastination for one thing.
No, that's not true. I have not been deposed.
Well, okay, then we're running neck and neck.
Yeah, we have separate kingdoms of procrastination.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, very good. No, I just want to see if we can generate more participation. I wasn't sure all who had the MR, but anyway. Yeah, very good, Richard. That was Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo. And I think we're also putting in SOR.
Yes, sir, please.
Someday we're going to actually get her on the air.
Let me see if I can drag her in there. Go ahead and continue on. I'll see if I can drag her in there.
All right, drag. Try not to use that term, man. It sounds like a caveman term. Who else is East? Please come now.
K4DZ. I thought you said earlier it was ladies' night tonight.
Well, it is. That's why I was asking. You got any ladies you want to bring into the mix here? Earl?
Oh no! I just thought I'd throw that in there for reminder's sake, there, Paul.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know if we could get some ladies to get in there. That'd be great, man. There's rarely a lady who jumps in there. Okay, let's do this. It's self-identification night.
Hey, there you go.
Identify as anything we want to. You know what I was just saying? Richard was talking about a hotspot. Maybe that's what we need for Simplex is a hotspot.
No, you only need a hotspot if you're going to go through the Wi-Fi network or something like that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. That wouldn't do us any good anyway. Well, that's not true. You could have a remote station through Wi-Fi, and be on Short Mountain with a 2-meter antenna and talk to the world.
Comment.
Go ahead, Rich.
I got beat away from the kitchen with a wooden spoon. She's cooking. Pretty close. Y'all carry on. KF-WSIB. Thank you.
Well, tell her hello and have a great Thanksgiving.
Will do. Y'all do this. Hope everybody have a fantastic Thanksgiving and a safe one.
Yeah, very good. Now, Earl, good to have you in there. How you doing?
Oh, pretty good. Trying to get a stronger grip on the lifeline and everything like that. So I, might need to, move up a little bit. But other than that, everything's hunky dory over here in the big city of Nori. Hope everyone has a enjoyable Thanksgiving and be good, be safe, and all them other best regards terminologies that I can't think of to say right now, nor have the time to say them all.
Yeah, very good, Earl, and I hope you have a good weekend too. This is one of those long weekends for some people, and this, like I said, this culminates in 2 years of having these COVID issues and these restrictions and travels issues, and it's just been a giant mess. And I like to think the radio, in this case, for radio people like us, it's somewhat of a relief because we can communicate every day, all day, if we want to, on the radio with our friends.
Yeah, there you go. I've been going through my inbox. I don't know if anybody else has got one of them out there or not, but been getting these here Black Friday coupons, and they're starting early and this, that, and other. And I'll be doing some going to their website, and they got none of that stuff in. Order it online. It's just I don't know, just weeks me out like they got a sale on something. You don't have it in store. Anyway, I'll let it go with that. Be good. KE4DZ.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, my wife has that same complaint, Earl. She'll be shopping for something online and a clothing thing, of course, and she'll see it there, and it'll be like an on sale, really, really deep cutting price, and it says this, and it says for sale, and then underneath it says not available, and you go, why'd you put it on the website then?
There you go. Well, I guess I'm not the only one with the confusion about what's going on out there in the digital world. Oh, I don't have a DMR capabilities over here radio like
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to do there, Earl, is trying to figure out how much there is. I'd like to generate, since we're having we're kind of doing a DMR D-Star Yaesu Fusion net. I know there's a number of people with Yaesu Fusion. I'm just trying to figure out, isn't it more people with DMR, which seems to be a very popular mode. Um, anyway, that's Earl, KE4DEZ, over in Noreen, just east of the Cedars Lebanon Park. Who else is east?
KE4TWI.
I'm not even going to ask you about DMR. What?
It's analog here. No, things are good out here in the east. Been a cool night. Everybody sounded good. So back to you, KE4TWI.
Very good. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving. And yeah, everybody's conditions sound pretty good tonight. That was Wes, Kilo Echo Ford Delta. I'll get my name straight here in a second. I wrote down the same call twice. It's TWI. TWI. That's Wes, and he's in Wilson County there by Watertown, north of Watertown. KE4 TWI West. Well, I was really daydreaming on that one. Who else is east? Hey, good to have you in there again, Rich.
Good evening, Paul, and happy Thanksgiving. And a safe one to one and all out there. Don't eat too much tomorrow. Brings on that COVID belly.
All kinds of bellies, doesn't it?
Well, I tell you, when you just get around and everything looks good, it's approach right out there, right?
Oh yeah, I'm with you on that. That's why I've been restricting my diet the last few months, just so I can get back down to my fighting weight, as they say.
Yeah, well, best exercise you do is bend the elbows at the dinner table there, right?
Oh yeah, no, I do exercise every day, and that's I hate it, but I do it anyway.
Well, it's a necessary evil and fast, good for the body and soul there, right?
Oh, absolutely. But so is eating, and we need to enjoy what we get, and all things in moderation, as they say. I didn't get to me. I've been up to 300 pounds, so I didn't get that way by not eating.
Well, you know, come up on a farm and as a young fellow, I worked hard and, you know, being around all food there, golly, it tastes good, Paul.
Oh, absolutely. The best meat I ever used to eat was what was butchered on my aunt's farm. She just lived a few miles from me, and I used to spend time out there. But that was some of the best food I ever ate was on her farm.
I hear that. I had fresh eggs every morning. You know, hey, what can you say? Mama's homemade jelly. You know, nothing like going out and picking elderberries late summer and Mama making elderberry jelly there and big old buttermilk cookies for you.
Oh man, you're making me nostalgia driven here, Rich. Stop it. It's going to be bad enough. Anyway, that's Rich. He is in Signal again. Kilo Charlie 2 Lima Foxtrot Tango. Great to have you in there, Rich. Are you copying any people today?
Well, you know, I copy a few of them from Lebanon. Every once in a while, when you go over to the west there, I can pick up some of them guys. But, you know, I have my 12-steered William. I try to block out all that white noise. So, you know, it's not really a fair question to ask me because I hate listening to all that noise.
Oh, I'm with you. No, I understand, and I don't blame you one bit. I don't like it either. Well, very good, Rich. Anyway, that's Rich. He's in Hartsville. Kilo Charlie 2 Lima Foxtrot Tango. Who else is east?
Okay, 4HQE.
I don't think you have. Do you have DMR, Stan?
No DMR.
Ah, very good. You don't have to. No requirement. I'm just asking. How's everything going with you? And is this fine? You're off 4-day weekend, I hope.
Yeah, off until Monday.
I'm sorry, off and what? Oh, until Monday?
Until Monday.
Oh, awesome. That's great. Going to have a good weekend?
Yeah, I hope so, Paul. Hope you have a happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, it'll be good. her normal weekend, Thursday and Friday. So not a long weekend though, because she has to go back to work on Saturday night. So no big deal though. We're kind of used to that. Anything good else for the net?
No, I guess that's all, Paul. Back to net K4HQ.
Yeah, very good, Stan. Stan's just in north side of Lebanon. Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. Who else is east?
AV5 ECV Mobile.
Oh, Larry, what's up with you?
Well, heading home from work, burning the midnight oil.
Yeah, that's what time does your shift end?
9 o'clock.
Oh wow. Yeah, that makes for a nice morning, but a lousy afternoon.
Well, I just got to fill in with the other supervisor on vacation, so I got to cover the night, and then we back, and then I get to go back to my little station.
Yeah, very good. Well, good, Larry. Do you have DMR, by the way?
My wife's truck has DMR. One of my does.
Was that you say you did have DMR radio?
And again, I'm in a bad spot.
Yeah, a DMR. Did you say you did have a DMR radio? I think I lost him. All right. Anyway, that was Larry. He's mobile and headed back to the house in Walter Hill area. That's Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor. If you can still hear me. Who else is east? Okay, we'll move up to the north. Please come now. Anybody north, please come down.
So Victor, come back.
Hey, there you go. I doubled with you a little bit there. Brent, how you doing?
Doing pretty good, Paul. Took the major tour of east and north Wilson County today to check out some footprints on repeaters, and figured out there's more of this county than what I thought there was.
Yeah, it's not it looks tiny on the map, but it's a big county.
105 miles worth.
Did you just do the perimeter of it, did you?
Yeah, I kind of was bouncing between Rutherford. I said northeast, actually, with southeast. It was Rutherford, and then I went over to Smith County to a certain extent. And I ate lunch up at Center Hill Dam.
Oh, cool. Well, you had a nice day of it anyway.
Really, I always knew this was a pretty county, but I didn't know there was that many great looking spots.
Well, that's what the problem is. They live in an area and they don't get out where they probably would. They don't know what they don't see, and so they don't realize that some areas of where they live are just fantastic.
Well, I was trying to find shortcuts to our different stations that are outlying that I never seem to go to. So I went over to the Noreen one, and I went over to Statesville and through there, just kind of checking out the roads if we ever got calls over there how to get there.
Cool. Well, you're being prepared.
Well, that's a first in my life.
Do you have a DMR station?
I've actually got 3 of them. I've got the DYT that Richard's got. I got a net. I had a hard time programming that, and so I turned around and bought an Anytone handheld. I've had that for about a year, and I liked that pretty well. And then I got the Anytone. It's the tri-band, but it's the one with the aircraft receive, and I've yet to be able to program it.
I'm hearing some interference in there in the frequency. Anybody else hear that? There's a bunch of noise in there. Anyway, Brent, are any of those more than handhelds? Are they that Anytone? Is that a 50-watt radio?
Yeah, the tri-band that I bought, I actually made a Go kit out of it, and yet I've had a hard time programming.
Well, that's one of the reasons I also wanted to, if there's a bunch of people with with the DMR, that we could maybe have a meeting of the minds and figure out how to get them all working properly.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I talked to a lot of the guys in Williamson County, and the TYT, I think several of those ended up being thrown through windows.
I don't know. I still have trouble with the company that names their radio TIT.
Absolutely. No, actually, the sad thing about the radio, overall, I was like Richard. I bought that thing wanting to be a main out carry radio.
Right. Well, I just like to see if we're going to have if we have a bunch of people with DMR radios, I'd like to see them put to use, and on that Simplex net if we can. And I just hate to see people sitting on several $100s worth of radio and not doing anything with it.
Well, like I said, right now my base, the unit that I made into the Go kit, that is the highest priced aircraft monitor that I've ever had.
Cool. And which?
I don't have my slip with me, the numbers on it, but it is the base, the tri-band unit.
Yeah, I think they might be the only one with a tri-band in it.
Be honest with you, it's probably the cheapest of it. It's almost $450, I believe, is what I paid for that.
Wow. Yeah, that's a chunk for well, it's a tri-band, so I understand. And is it 50 watts on all the bands?
No, it's variable. On the 220, I can't really remember without the stuff right in front of me, but I think it's like 40 on 70 centimeter. It's 50 on the VHF, and I think I wanted to say it's 25 on the 220.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all. It's 25 because you're not going to get to talk to anybody anyway.
Well, actually, if you put anything other than ham bands in there, like if I wanted to put my fire radio and stuff in there, you can't use the 220.
Ah, okay. Well, very good, Brent. Appreciate the information. You're a 3D MR owner.
Yeah, and a Fusion. I've got a few Fusion radios as well.
Oh yeah, no, that's good. Does anybody else hear that that interference in there? There's somebody else on the air, but I don't think they're on. I think it's conditioned. That's not there right now. Anyway, Brent, good to have you in. That's Brent, Northwest Wilson, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Victor, Quebec. Who else is north?
WB0NL.
I heard two people in there, but Mark 1. Mark, do you have DMR?
Nope, I don't have DMR. I have a couple of radios with D-Star, but haven't gotten into the DMRs at all. Reason, just haven't done it.
Well, since DMR, didn't DMR come out of Motorola?
Well, not really. Motorola adopted the European digital version and held it up for years, and then finally released it as Moto Turbo. So they have it, but I think everybody has it now.
Okay, I was associating. I forgot about that. I've been associating in my mind that Motorola was a key player because they're so big.
Yeah. They didn't want a radio that had an open standard, or they much preferred having proprietary digital formats. And then they would even do a P25 format, but they decided it was necessary for them to add an extra bit and charge $5 and call it encryption.
Yeah, but it's in technology, when digital software-based controls hit the marketplace in our industry, which it was all analog before that, every bit of it, very tiny bit of software stuff. And then in the 80s, it started to roll in, and there was like 28 different manufacturers of products related to commercial industrial controls for digital controls. And I don't remember, initially there was 14 or 18 of the major companies doing digital software-based controls. Every one of them was proprietary.
Well, yeah, I understand why they wanted to do it. From a business standpoint, it makes sense. A mutual aid standpoint of trying to have your police department talk to another one, or your fire department, or whatever, for them to come up with a universal standard and then add a bit or take a bit away. I thought that was kind of creepy.
Yeah, no, I get it though. But being in the public service business, I guess they figured if you don't like it, you go somewhere else. Anyway, Mark, good to have you in there. That's Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar in Northwest Wilson. Who else is, kind of move along, it's already 8:40. Dang. Who else is north? Hey, good to hear you in there, Steve. How you doing?
Pretty good. I got 3 DFR radios, 2 UHF, and 1 VHF.
Have you tried to do VHF down to this area on that 2 meter Yagi you have?
No, I need to hook the 3 element up and use it.
Yeah, it'd be great because I know we have that net. I say it's been done here in southern. Well, it's actually Rutherford County, I think, but it's south of me. But you'd probably be able to hit it, I think, with DMR.
Yeah, I think I could.
Well, very good. You got anything else for the net? I'm gonna get Mark. You got a D star there. Very good. Maybe you should start a D star net too.
Yeah, we'll fix it.
All right, very good. There's another station in there still. Can you hear it, Steve?
No, I can't.
Okay. Anyway, that's Steve Bowling Green. He's the one who does the twice weekly net from Bowling Green on Tuesdays and Thursdays on 146.430. If you can reach him, you're doing a good job. It's 65 miles north, almost due north of me. Take a look, just north of Bowling Green. Kilo whiskey uniform. If you want to look it up on QRZ to see the exact bearing. Who else is north?
In 4 LLC.
Hello, Logan. What's up?
Not so much, and just kind of chilling out tonight, enjoying my break, and it's funny, believe it or not, Steve in Bowling Green is actually, I can't make out his voice quite well, but he's actually breaking my squelch.
Awesome. So your antenna must be location.
I mean, yes, it's better than what it has been, but anyway, yeah. And a funny story from the other day. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but going down the road the other day, and I saw a vehicle. It had felt like it had like a ham antenna on it, and read the plate, and it said AA4DE, and then SUV followed behind it, and it said AA4DE space 2. I was like, oh, that must be a Dan.
That's good. So obviously it looked like a husband and wife or something, huh?
Oh yeah, that's what I figured it was.
Did you look them up?
Oh yeah, I've heard him on the net multiple times. I just kind of chuckled whenever I saw his going down the road.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. I wasn't putting that call together in my mind. It's Daniel. I don't think it was Dan. It's Daniel here in my.
Yeah, that was him. Anyway, yeah, we were behind him the other day, but anyway, I got nothing else for the net call, and everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. And 4 LLC.
Very good. That's Logan, November 4, Lima Charlie Lima Charlie, excuse me, and he's in Lebanon. Who else is north or west?
W14.
Hey, how you doing, Jeff?
I got involved in that, just kind of hanging out, listening to what's going on here, and that's about it.
Nothing real exciting on. You got a long weekend, I hope.
I don't even think about that anymore. I did work today, my little part-time job I had, and I worked Saturday, but that's about it. I mean, I don't have much planned.
Well, someday you can retire from that too.
Yeah, I could. But it gives me something to do, just, I got to do something, but, I got playing around the house to do, but, it gets me out of the, away from here and just something to do.
Oh, I know that. I understand what you're saying. It is good to get out of the house. It's good to get out and see other people besides your own face and your wife's face. I used to actually like going out of town just because it gave time for myself when I was working for a living. I'd go out of town for usually just one night. Rarely it was for 2 weeks, but even one night's away, I was able to go out and eat dinner by myself and read a book or watch a TV show that I wouldn't normally see. I used to kind of like it.
Yeah, I still do. My wife, she is staying at her daughter's house until Monday. My daughter's out of town. She's, looking after 2 youngest kids, kind of keep an eye on the house. So I got a place here, and I can turn the TV up as loud as I want to, not get fussed at about it.
Yeah, that's nice. It is nice to have a break from your ex-wife. I love my wife, but it's nice to have breaks once in a while. Anyway, that was Jeff. Good to have you in there, Jeff. Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf, and he is in Madison. Who else is north or west?
KG4 CXE, Chris Dalton.
Hello, Chris. What's up with you?
Oh.
Well, I'm trying to find. Do you have any DMR? I forgot to ask Jeff. Jeff, do you have DMR?
No, not at this time.
Okay, no, very good. I'm not trying to get you to spend money or nothing. How about you, Chris?
I do not. I have Fusion.
Oh, that's right. I knew you had that. I'm just trying to figure out how many people have DMR. As you can tell, you planning any big things for the weekend?
No, not really. I think I can do, well, just the normal couple of family get-togethers tomorrow, but nothing beyond that. I think my bridge, the digital bridge or whatever, the hotspot, it'll do cross. I think cross mode, I guess is what you would call it. But that's not for around here. That's just on the internet side of things. But no, DMR sounds fun. Are you guys gonna start something up locally?
Well, they're doing that DMR net locally from the south down there. They were doing out of Franklin. I'm not sure what. I know they're going to. I know they've been doing Preston over there in Possum Trot near Rockville. I think it's near Rockville. Don't get me wrong. Screwed up on the map on that one. But he was doing it. He was doing the net the last couple of nets on Saturday nights at 7:30. So as far as I know, we're still doing the Fusion DMR D-Star route. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I would like to see some more digital, simplex or even just registration in general. I did a little bit of Fusion on a couple of repeaters around here, and again a little bit with the hotspot, but it just, I don't know, I kind of fell off on it. It's a cool toy, but not really I guess my primary mode.
Well, it's a little tougher if you have some restrictions like you do with antennas.
Yeah, and I think that's why the hotspot seems kind of lucrative, right? Because I talked to a guy in Japan, for example, and that wouldn't have been possible, with this type of license on many of the other modes or forms of, communication. So yeah, I thought it was neat, and it's a pretty low entry point as long as you got a handheld. It'll talk to that bridge or whatever, and you're in. But RF still is kind of my, I guess, main thing.
Yeah. Well, again, I just know that over the years I've found, and for this your discussion as well as in general, that if you're going to have a radio with a different mode in it, you got to have a place to talk on it. So I just like to think that we should be promoting Simplex on whoever's got those modes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and there's a mode for everybody basically. And I think as long as people are using them, then that's the hobby's being served.
Yeah, so I think what's going to happen is if I can talk somebody who's got a 5-watt DMR HT to put up a 60-foot tower with like a 13-element 2-meter beam on it, he's going to be in great shape.
Yep, absolutely.
Anyway, that was Chris. He's in Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, Charlie X-Ray Echo. He's all right, that's right. Anyway, who else is west?
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, Jack, and Donaldson.
Pretty sure Jack doesn't have DMR, or do you?
No DMR, I have D-Star.
Oh, yeah. Do you use it much?
Not very often.
Yes, yes. It troubles me that, because I remember the original DMR, D-Star radios. I mean, they were like expensive. A handheld was going for what, $400 or $500, and then some friends of mine had them and said, "I'm selling it, man. I got nobody to talk to."
Well, Otis kind of drugged me in on it, but I was a willing participant.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying that if you're going to have the radios, you need to have a place to talk to people, just like we do on Simplex. But Simplex is fairly common since almost everybody has 2 meters.
That's true, but I appreciate it. I'm sure everyone does, and I hope everyone listening has a happy Thanksgiving.
Very good, and happy Thanksgiving to you, Jack. That was 4 India Lima Victor and Donaldson. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Hello, Greg. I'm trying to figure out who I'm listening to. Can you hear that noise at all from your end?
No, I was turning down the squelch when you mentioned it earlier, and I'm hearing it.
It's annoying being up on the mountaintop, you know?
Yeah. I have 3 DMR radios. I've got a Retivus 73, RT73, kind of base mobile. a Baofeng 1801 and a Radiodity GD73.
Well, you jumped in feet first, didn't you?
I listened to it at work.
Oh, interesting. How do you see much local activity?
No, they're useless.
Well, I guess that's one of the reasons I'd like to see more activity.
I was doing was that Saturday Night Net, which I don't believe you've done that for a while, unless I've just failed to tune in.
Well, Preston, last couple of weeks from, like I said, Possum Trot, excuse me.
Okay, well I'll start checking back in then because I'm generally available. Not sure whether I don't know where's that at? Possum Trot, where's that?
I think it's over by Rockville. I'd have to look.
Okay, well I hear people from Rockville, so who knows? Might be able to. But it's only what is my 20 watts.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be fine. I get it. Like I said, I hate to see people sitting on radios they don't use, and the more we can promote what I don't even, even if I never get, and I do have a D, like I said, I have a 70 centimeter, but I'm not going to do much with that on the net, on the handheld.
Yeah, I wish I'd at least discussed, saved my dollars, and got the indie tone. But this is fun.
Oh yeah, no, we'll see how it goes as we move forward. I'd like to see more, and I was thinking about buying one because it's a dual band and cross band repeat.
If we could get a bunch of people interested, we could do a DMR net after these and be here like still at 10 p.m.
Yeah, man, I don't know if we're gonna. We don't want to be the cause of divorces, okay?
That's why I'm gonna back out of here and let you move on. I'll see you on the next net, KD4 TV.
Yeah, very good, Greg. That's Greg Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo in golly, I keep forgetting it's Laverne or Antioch. It's Antioch, isn't it?
Yeah, Antioch.
Man, I don't know why. I get that confused because I'm not even sure where the breakpoints are there. With Laverne, Antioch, and Smyrna, and they're like unremarkable barrier. Which one's a community or where what? Anyway, who else is west or south?
Kilo Mike 4 November Yankee Bill.
Hey, Bill, you doing well this Thanksgiving weekend?
Yes, sir. Gonna sit right here at the house and have a couple of hamburgers, fried taters, and cottage cheese.
Oh, that sounds like a nice, healthy dinner, anyway.
Yeah, we're thankful for whatever we have.
Well, that's the way to be. I think that idea of being grateful is something that a lot of people have forgotten.
Yeah, it could be.
I'm not one of them, and I don't think you are either.
Okay.
Very good. Good to have you in there. That is Bill with Kilo Mike 4, November Yankee. Have a great Thanksgiving with your wife there and any family you're with. This is K4PW. Any other check-ins from the South?
WO4Y.
Hello, Mike. You got that link I sent you?
Well, I didn't see it the last I checked. I haven't got any mail in the past hour.
Yours is the mail that has those two hyphens in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then you should have got it somewhere. There somewhere.
Well, I'll have to look again. Yeah, when you started asking about DMR, I had to break up my user's manual here to see what that is, but it's not on any of my menus, so I guess this little HD doesn't have that.
No, you know. DMR is way more confusing than a regular 2-meter FM, single mode radio, I'll tell you.
Well, I looked real quick on YouTube, and I thought I saw a Bofeng Marvel, not what I've got, but it was a Bofeng that had that, I think.
It does. I understand Bofeng makes it was a handheld model, right?
Yeah, I've got the GT5R.
Yeah, well, no, Bofeng. I was in a couple of years, you'll see a Bofeng HF rig.
Well, that would be nice. Wish it was a multi-mode anyway.
Oh yeah, multi-mode, multi-band. It'll be about $50.
I would say that.
No, I just say that because they're selling their handhelds for 25 or 20. It just seems funny because, as I've mentioned before, when I bought my 3-band HT, the Kenwood TM, the heck is it? I forget what it is. Anyway, the Kenwood HT. And it's THF6A. That's what it is. TM6FA, and it was $320 15 years ago, and it's still worth it though because I got two of them. I got the second one for a lot cheaper, but you do pay better for quality. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, I'm sure of that. Yeah, I bought two of these for about $50. They, I got it on eBay, or got the pair on eBay for right at $50.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. No, they're nice, reliable little radios. As both things. I'm not knocking them at all. They're just inexpensive. Grind them out by the thousands and millions over there in China. Anything else for the net, Mike?
So just getting in here, giving you a number, and happy holidays to everybody.
Yeah, very good. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family as well. That was Mike, and he is in. Mike is in Laverne, right?
Yep, W4Y Laverne.
Yeah, I had to. I have to scan my. I have to put my brain on scan to come up with some of the locations and names. Yeah, I don't cheat really. I don't. Sometimes I will if I totally don't know who's calling. I'll just say, do I know that? I don't. Right now I got the computer on, but I don't have time to be working the keyboard and the radio at the same time. Anyway, that's Mike and Laverne. Whiskey Oscar for Yankee. Who else is a good signal, by the way? Who else is anywhere really, south or anywhere?
Careful, for Tango Yankee Juliet Jim Woodbury, Tennessee.
All right, Mr. Woodbury. Hold on one second, Jim. We had Tony in there just before you. Tony, everything going all right for Santa Net?
Everything's coming together for Santa Net. Finishing up the scripts, and I got to get my Zoom room reserved for Christmas Eve, and I'll be putting that together here in the next few days. And I do not have DMR, but I do have OCD.
Yeah, very good. That's a different mode altogether.
I am too, is not.
Is did you line up a sponsor for this evening's net?
Yeah, sure. We the Greater Metropolitan Smyrna Synchronized Spoon Liquors Alliance.
Do they have the peanut butter challenge?
Yes, and your choice of grape or strawberry preserves.
Yeah, very good. By the way, Tony's the one that's doing the Santa Net. I forgot to put that in the front end announcements, but that's 24th of December, and it's for kids of all ages. Starts at 7 p.m. It'll be simulcast here and on Zoom. I say here, it'll be on this frequency, as well as on Zoom. So you tell your friends, and we'll be putting out a reminder about all the details. As the time goes on, we've only got about, what is this, 24? Yeah, we got like 4 weeks left, 30 days or so. So, good, I think, appreciate you being in there, Tony, and getting the sponsorship. KF4, KFQ, and Smyrna. Who else? Oh, I saw Jim. That's who it is. Jim, you still there?
Yes, I am. KE4 TYJ Jim. North of Woodbury.
Okay. North of, it's Cannon County, Woodbury, Tennessee.
Yes, sir. And I will not be attending the meeting, get together, breakfast on Saturday because I have to work. This year has been totally off all year, so maybe after the first of the year we can maybe attend some more get-togethers.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. That'd be great. By the way, it didn't occur to me till just now when you talk about what you do for a living. That's one industry that not afford any problems with supply chain.
Yeah, that is very about very much, but except when we don't show up. Other than that, they never claim that we're essential or anything till we don't show up.
Well, it's one of those things that are in the background, and no one ever notices that until they think there's a problem.
Exactly. Very, very essential though. But yeah, it's pretty stable.
Well, I had similar things. And I learned in the service industry, which I worked most of my life for commercial and industrial HVAC stuff, that you are, they don't even care if you're alive. They just want the problems resolved. And they don't care as long as you get there quickly and get it resolved when there are problems.
Oh, exactly. They don't even look at you as an individual. They just look at the truck. that's you're a faceless individual. You're just part of the truck.
Well, you have to be used to that, and I agree. I'll spare you the story, but it's true. If you're going to be in the service industry, since you guys don't accept tips, nobody goes, "Hey, thanks for stopping by today. You're such a great guy, Jim."
We do accept tips.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, the tip is don't park over here.
It's all good. The residential guys are the ones that get all the tips. The businesses, you're just part of the chain of getting everything done. Very rarely do us commercial guys ever get a tip, but the residential guys, sometimes they do fairly well.
Interesting. Well, very good. That's Jim in Woodbury. That's in Camden County. He's north of Woodbury, in a very nice location where he's got a nice setup for his 2 meter as well as his HF, where he's got a full wave loop on 160, which works very well. Who else is any place anywhere?
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
Hey, Larry, what's up?
Not much, man. Just sitting here copying the mail.
Is Preston still doing the net though, or somebody's going to be doing the net? Because I'm trying to round up some more people if we can.
I don't know. I've been down for the last week or so.
Oh, I know. I wasn't bugging you about that. I'm just saying that you don't have DMR, do you?
Yeah, I got them all.
Oh, that's right. Okay, very good. No, I was just trying to round up. You probably heard me trying to round up, see who's got them, and how we can get everybody together.
Yeah, I'll try to have everything back in order this coming weekend.
Awesome. All right. Well, very good. Anything else for the net, Larry?
No, man, I'm good. Let you get on with it. KE4 is Webby.
All righty. That's Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Great signal out of Rockville. Who else? Anybody else south or anywhere?
Hey, Kilo Mike 4 Tango Mike Tom in Rockville.
Hey, yeah, take turns blowing each other's stations up.
Yeah, I was just going to comment that I'd like Mr. Larry to come over here and help me get the smoke back in my radio after you just burn it to the ground.
That's probably what happened to your power supply, whatever that was you had problems with recently.
Yep. I had to rob my lawnmower battery to operate my radio until my power supply got in. I guess that's my big news is I got my new Linko DM330MV power supply in, 32 amp max and 30 amp continuous, and it's just puffing right along and doing its job. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm tired. I spent all day in leaf removal mode in my yard. I've done everything to a leaf that can be done except burn them. How about that?
Well, my leaves were so thick on the lawn yesterday. I just wanted to start. I wanted not a leaf blower. I wanted a flamethrower.
Well, I've been I've been raking them. I'm blowing them. I've been vacuuming them. I've been mulching them, and I've dumped them in a spot in the backyard after they were all mulched up, and I'm gonna spread them out on the ground back in the back where they belong. So busy day. I'm tired, and want to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone on the net. And we're gonna go down to my wife's dad's place in Franklin County tomorrow. It's about an hour and a half drive south, and take him a big Thanksgiving dinner straight from Cracker Barrel. That's some good stuff, man. You order it in advance online, and swing by the back, pick it up, and take off, and it's good. Back to that, Paul. Good evening and happy Thanksgiving to you. K4PEW, KM4TM, Tom in Rockville.
Yep, Tom's got a big signal. Kilo Mike 4 Tango Mike, Rockville. Did you have DMR, Tom?
I I do not. I got the D-Star with the ICOM 9700, but I don't believe it has DMR. I haven't gone there yet.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. No, as I said, in fact, I'm surprised you haven't been on. Have you been on the D-Star Net that they've been doing on Saturday nights at 7:30?
I've checked into one or two of them, but not all of them.
Okay, just curious. I since I don't have D-Star, I don't get to hear that. All right, very good. That was Tom again, a Rockville Kilo Mike 4 Tango Mike with a great signal, brand new power supply, so he's happy camper. Aside from the leaves, that is. Who else? Anybody else? Any place? Anywhere?
Victor 4 Delta in Smyrna, no DMR.
All righty, no DMR. That's damned MR. How you doing, Ken?
I am doing really well. Hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving tomorrow. Mixed emotions tomorrow. We have a whole group of people coming over. Hope it all works out okay.
Well, I think I told you that when my ex-wife, she had a problematic family, a brother and a sister, and there was a lot of contentious behavior sometimes between them, and then with the father too, for some reasons that aren't important to go into. Because the father got remarried and everybody was all ticked off about it. He invited everybody over to Thanksgiving dinner. I still laugh about it because she was all upset about going over there because her brother was refusing to go. It's really kind of a fun. It looked like a scene out of a movie. And so we all got, my son and my wife, my then wife, got in the car. And she's sitting there all with a sour face on, and I go, I say the fight starts around 2 p.m.
Well, the problem here is not that the family can't get along. This is going to be for many of them that I know what it's going to be like listening to several broadcast stations at once. This gal is talking, that girl is talking, two girls are talking to each other, and I'm sitting there going to my wife, I just got to let my ears rest a minute.
Well, what I've done in those situations, you just sit down with somebody you like and go wave in a corner and sit down and just either listen or chat among yourselves.
Yeah, that's why I have two granddaughters. They don't get involved in the conversation. They just text back and forth across the living room.
Oh, the common parlance of the day.
Yes, sir. Paul, thank you for what you're doing. I hope you have a good Thanksgiving tomorrow. Everybody else on my bed. WV4D back to that.
Yeah, very good. That's Ken in Smyrna. Yeah, I'll get it right. Whiskey Victor 4 Delta in Smyrna with a great signal. Anybody else south or anywhere?
KO4 TGX, John about Juliet.
That's Tango Victor X-ray, right?
Tango Golf X-ray.
I'm gonna get my ears and my memory straight one of these days, John.
Happy Thanksgiving to the net. Thanks, Paul, for what you do.
Oh, very good. That was John here in Mount Juliet, wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Kilo Oscar 4 Tango Golf X-ray. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere? No lollygaggers, lurkers, or sandbaggers? And Tom, I heard your comment earlier today. Lollygaggers doesn't necessarily mean they're lazy. It could be, but in other words, they're sitting back just kind of listening to the net, but they're not going to get on, usually. They're doing something else. They're playing pinball on the PC. That's a lollygag. A lurker, yes, sits back and he never gets on the air, or usually doesn't. Anyway, anybody else out there? Because I always know there's lurkers out there. Always. There's always scanner listeners and people that may have mic fright, new hams or whatever, but don't ever hesitate to check in, you guys. Hopefully you see it's a friendly net. All right, if we don't have any more, that was a grand total of 28 on the air tonight. Nice round number for us. We seem to be averaging between 28 and 35. We had 39 the other night, I think. But now we're going to move over to 28,415, unless I hear any objections. Very good. That's where I'm going. 28415. We'll meet you there. That's 28.415 upper sideband kitchen. K4P then. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with on Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 146.41, 28.415, excuse me. Do we have any check-ins from the, where was I starting? From the east? Please come now. We'll come back to that. Nobody east. How about north? Who was that north station again? Who was that any station? There was a Kilo station in there. Who was that? Wow, really bad. I'm not getting a good signal. Hold on one second. All right, let's try that again. K4PEW. Who was that, from the east or the north? I'm still not copying. That's horrible. Conditions are terrible. Email me, or somebody got a relay. I'm not even sure I'm hearing somebody local. Do we have any other stations, east or north? I just heard somebody come on a CWID there. I don't know what that was, though. It's kind of noisy. Who else is any place anywhere north or east? How about west? Yeah, I got you in there, Chris, but the conditions are actually really stink, you know that? Yeah, these are terrible. Some of the worst conditions on 10 meters I've heard. Even yours are normally very good, and now you stink. You know, and I don't think I sound too good. Yeah, usually on my radio, you're barely even creeping up on the display there. All right, they're very good. We got is Jack in there? Well, you sound better than Chris does, which I guess shouldn't be amazed since he has an indoor rig, but you're doing fine. Yeah, they do. They stink, man. We're going to have to talk to somebody about that. All right, very good. That's Jack in Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Who else is west? Very good, Greg. You got a good signal too, but it's not as good as it could be because it's conditions. Did you hear any of the other stations? I kind of seen it later. I think I've been hearing everybody. All right, very good. That's Greg and Andy on Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Anybody else west or south? Oh man, let's do that again. One more loudly, please. Is anybody copying that? Say again. Is anybody copying that last station? Because I can't make out who it is. Oh man, let's try it again, please. From the west or south, please. If anybody else, please check in. It was a Whiskey Alpha 4, but that's about all I got. Whiskey Alpha 4. I'm going to take a stab at who that is. Who else was Whiskey Alpha on the net tonight? Hold on. Brent? No, that's not you. I still don't know who that is. Can you try one more time, please? Whiskey. Yeah, is that? Oh my gosh, that signal is tough, man. That's whiskey Yankee Golf. So that's Jeff. Yeah, Jeff, that was really, really weak. I'm sorry I have to give you so much trouble. The conditions are just horrible tonight. Yeah, well, thanks for putting out the effort because that was really rough for me to hear who that was, and I did needed a little bit of a relay, but I like the way you gave the signal, your call last, nice, clear, concise way, slowly. Good move on your part. That was Jeff in Madison, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. Anybody else out there? All right, I'm going to close the net because I can't hear squat. So this is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving. Appreciate you checking in or trying to on 10 meters. Been a little rough tonight. So have a good night. K4PEW.